This is how you love someone who's been hurt before. Hello and welcome to Guided Goodness. Every person is the sum of all our experiences, pain included. Or maybe I should say pain, most importantly. Because pain ends up leaving behind the deepest scars. Choosing to love is a vulnerable action. You open yourself up to someone new, who then has all the ability to hurt you. Sometimes that vulnerability is met with people. Someone cheats? Or stops loving someone? The person, left with a broken heart, feels a mixture of emotions. Sadness. Confusion. Betrayal. Just to name a few. But most people don't throw their hands in the air and exclaim they're done with love. Eventually, they get back into the game. They try to find someone who won't hurt them this time, but those memories of being hurt are etched into who they are. Perhaps you've found yourself one of these people. Someone who wants a healthy relationship with you, but their memories make things difficult. So, how do you go about loving a person that's been hurt? How do you move past the barriers they have built up to ensure that they won't be hurt again? I'll tell you right now, it's a whole new ballgame. Choosing to be in a relationship with someone who is wary of love, but wants it nonetheless, can feel complicated. But what lies beyond the obstacles is a connection. One that could last you a lifetime. Take things at a slow pace. When someone's been hurt, they may need to take things a bit slower, and that has nothing to do with you. They take longer to not only trust, but also to feel comfortable being with someone new. So, if the person you're dating wants to take things slow, respect that. The goal of dating is not to lock someone down as quickly as possible, and it sure isn't healthy to rush into things before one of you is ready. If you're not okay with that, then date someone else. If they want to talk about things, listen. One of the most beautiful chances a couple can have to connect is when they talk about their difficult memories or what they're struggling with. Most people take these moments for granted, but I implore you not to. Opening up about a situation that caused someone pain is hard enough. So give them your full attention. Put down your phone, stop what you're doing, and simply listen. These moments are them trying to connect with you. And while you're listening, try not to jump straight into giving advice. Chances are that the other person isn't bringing something up for you to fix it, but rather just to explain how they feel. Being a pair of ears is more than enough. Let them know that you hear and understand them. Avoid giving advice, but also don't just sit there in complete silence. That's not going to help, and I'm sure you'd agree that it's a bit creepy. Instead, give active listening a try. It'll help them feel comfortable and understood. Active listening will ensure you're not talking over someone who is opening up to you. It'll also help both of you build trust. The most important part of all of this is to be curious about who your partner is and learning more about them. A few common skills that you can use for active listening are restating. This is done by paraphrasing what someone said back to them, like, "So what you explained is that." Asking questions? If something is confusing or doesn't make sense, don't be afraid to ask questions for them to elaborate. Validating. Simply telling someone that you understand why they feel a certain way goes very far. And silence. You might feel like every pause needs to be filled, but I promise that's not the case. Sometimes, silence is what someone needs to bring up something they're struggling with. With active listening, you'll build trust by not taking their words for granted. You'll show that you value what they say, not to mention that you'll better understand your partner's inner world. Treat them differently. Now, by no means am I saying to lie or manipulate the person. But if you're going to be with someone who struggles to be vulnerable in a new relationship, don't take their efforts lightly. You've most likely heard the phrase, "They deserve better," right? You can be the better that they deserve. Tell them they're amazing every day. If they had an ex that criticized them all the time, be their go-to person when all they know is abandonment. Support them in their pursuits when all anyone ever did was tear them down. And keep your promises. Showing your partner that you really aren't like the others will slowly start to change their mind about relationships. Each promise kept and moment of support will mean the world to them. Even the ones that have been hurt before deserve real love. They might be bad at expressing their feelings or showing you their vulnerable side, but they want to get better at it. They too wish their painful memories didn't have such strong control over their lives. So there is a way to love someone who's been hurt. It's just a different way. So give them time. In the end, the love they'll offer will be incredible, because they'll know everything they do want from love. I have to say that staying till the end of this particular video says a lot about how amazing you actually are. So thank you. And I'll see you in the next one.